Welcome back everybody here to a new episode of Survive the Craft, and on this episode I'm going to be making a witch farm because one of you asked me to do it, more specifically Pedro Rivera. I got some Spanish vibes from your name. I'm not sure if that's true. Um, but yeah, so I have this witch hut right here, and pretty much it's not that far from the lab. The lab is right over there. And this is not a bad one actually, uh, because even though this thing is completely full of water, drowns cannot spawn in swamps. So, and since this one is completely in the middle of a swamp, I can pretty safely build stuff here and leave water because no drowns will be spawning. So that's cool. Another thing that you have to pay attention is dark spots and caves underneath. So yeah, so this is why you see a massive deforestation around this, because I've been going around and chopping all these trees out, and I still probably need to do some more. Hi creeper. So let's just get this one out of the way since this is pretty close. And let's actually start with this tutorial. So the first thing you want to do while you're around doing other stuff is get to the witch hut, kill the witch that will most likely be there if you haven't killed it already, and then you want to close all of this thing down. Take all of these things out. Cat, yeah, that's right, go away. And you want to leave only like the blocks here, nothing more, and you want to cover it. You want to make this thing completely dark, and then you want to go and get another rocket. You want to go and get some glass. I have this right here. Then you want to place it like alternative. You want to leave some gaps in the middle, like this, and actually you want to get that thing out of there. And like this, boom. Get this thing, and now close it off. And then you can go ahead and clear all the trees that you may have around this thing. And actually, for this thing, I don't think I'm going to leave the water in, because for some reason I think it slows down the rates of the farm for like a lot, and I want to try and maximize this thing to its fullest. But for now, I think I can actually just leave it like this and light up the surrounding things, like all of this land around this, and die. And then you need to go and try and find a cave entrance, because there's most likely caves underneath, and you need to find those things and light them all up, all in a pretty big radius around your farm, like 40, 48 to 56 blocks away, probably something like that. It's like 3 to 4 chunks around all of the witch hut. And because like mobs can spawn here, if I'm standing right there in the middle, mobs can spawn right here where I am. So all of this thing needs to not have trees and to have torches in it. And I don't think I have enough torches, so I need to go and get some. But you need to light everything up all around the witch hut, like a serious amount of lighting up, and most likely a lot of caves underneath. So I'm gonna get the torches, and then we're going to move on to the next part if the witch has already spawned in there. The way I recommend you use the torches is leave 4 gaps between them, 4 blocks between each torch, and then you pretty much have the best grid in torches that you can. But this is most likely only in a flat surface, so if you want to flatten everything out, this is where the 4 distance between torches is actually the most effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, torch. And then you pretty much just do the same for all of this thing around it. Okay, I got a witch to spawn. Yeah, as you can see, she's right on that block over there, which means that if you have the glass like in this position right there, she will be pushed over on that block. Then you kind of have two options. You can just leave the glass, break everything down and only leave like those spots that right there, but you can actually go a step further and try and find a little bit better exactly how the witch spawns. So let me get rid of her real quick. Yeah, okay. So now that she's gone, what you want to be doing is grabbing glass panes. Let me break every single one of this. Let me remind myself that she was there. So that's probably where she's going to drop off. I'm gonna put dirt. Okay, and now that I know that she will be dropping there, what I could do is just grab some wood. You're probably gonna have a lot by clearing all those trees. And you know that she will be coming here, so but you don't know if she spawns here, like on these corners, or on these corners. Something that you do know is that she doesn't spawn there, pretty much, because if she comes to this block, she comes from there or from there. So that one is also a no. And this pretty much limits the space where she can spawn. Then what you want to be doing is putting some glass panes. And by using these glass panes, you will find out exactly in which corner does she spawn. If it's on this one or on that one over there. I think she will most likely be spawning here. I don't know. I'm guessing it's here. Not sure. It could be there. It varies from witch hut to witch hut. So now I'm gonna close this off and I'm gonna continue with the torching around this thing. Okay, and as you can see, it's pretty much as how I expected it. She spawns here. So that means that you can block those two other blocks in the back. So I'm going to kill her real quick. And now what you want to be doing is picking up all of this, and you want to fill this in. You're going to fill this in because she will spawn here, and then I'm going to use this glass to push her into that block right there. I'm gonna leave this open with a torch so that I don't get bothered while I'm doing the rest of this. And the rest of this starts right now. So what you want to be doing is finding this block that you did and bring it down to 28 blocks. So let me actually just go back there. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is at Y level 66. So I need to go down 28 blocks. So that means 38. So I need to go down to 38. So we're gonna bring all this down. Like so. And I run out of wood and I need to go get more wood. Okay, I'm going to dig down and get rid of all this water and then I'll come back. Yeah, and you want to come to the middle of this and you pretty much can choose any position that you want. I'm gonna be choosing here, and you're gonna make this a 2x2, and then you want to dig a hole around this thing. Now you need your redstone. Yes, and I do recommend you do an easy access to your farm. So pretty much just make a hole, and then you can even use scaffolding, you can use ladders, you can use whatever you want. You can use water elevators. I'm going to use scaffolding just because, and now I can grab my shulker boxes and pretty much go back down really easily. So to start this off, you need 4 pistons, 4 observers, and 4 droppers. And you want to go to the corners, put the droppers like this, looking upwards. Then you want to have observer going into him. Not this thing. Like this. No, not like that. Like this. Then you're going to need some regular blocks to put here. And then you want the pistons on top of these blocks facing inwards. Like so. So I can actually get rid of this. I mean, I'm going to build this thing up a little bit. Like so. Then you can stand like in one corner. Like, let me see, do I have it with me? No. You can even do a piece of glass here. And then you want to cover all of this thing up. I mean, you can decorate this any way you want. This is to easily get XP. You just stand right here. You'll be loading the farm. They will be dropping, and this thing will be running. But how will this thing be running? First of all, you grab one lever. Even a button works if you want to, but a lever allows you to stop the farm if you want. And as you can see, they do a pulse. But what you want to do is flicking it on and then off. And there it goes. Any mob that stays here will be going on around and around and around. And now you need to work. I'm going to shut this thing off actually. Yeah, because it makes a lot of noise. And now you need to be working on the collection system. For the collection system, it's pretty easy what you need to do. Just need one hopper minecart, at least one, because as you can see, this is all solid blocks, but it doesn't really matter that much. Let me actually just put a torch there so no mobs spawn here. And let me see, the levers here. I'm gonna put it this way. Yeah, gonna put it over onto here. I guess I'll need to get some more space later, but that's other things. And you want to go and dig all the way down there. Do it something like this. And then pretty much what you need to do is have a chest here. And hopper there. Do a hopper minecart. Pretty simple. Grab your rails. Place one rail right there. Place it right there. I'm gonna do glass so I can actually still open the chest and it will be locking that thing in place. There's nothing to be there, and glass. Boom. You can use stairs, you can use slabs. This is to prevent the minecart from moving, and it will pick up anything that gets thrown into here. Like if I throw like an item there, you can see it's not picking up anything that I throw on that corner. But if I make the things go around, yeah, you see it picked it up perfectly. The only thing in this is that it's a pretty small thing right now. So you most likely want to improve on this chest, you know, on this single chest. I think that right now I can probably just put another chest like right there. So I can AFK here for a little bit. See? Yeah, I have a double chest. I'll most likely use these walls to have an item sorter, you know, it will not remain like this. This is pretty much just a basic thing, quick thing. I don't need this. Let me see, what do I need here? Anything I could use just like this, like that. Then give me a torch here. And now to finish the farm off, you want to close this thing and leave this gap. Let me see where I have my wood. I got my wood here. You want to be closing all of this thing like so. You can put glass if you want to see them die. Which honestly, I think I'm gonna put glass here. Yeah, I want to be staying here to get some experience. I can actually see them from there, but if I just want to take a look from this side, Where did I put my glass? Here it is. Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they fall, they die, and I forgot the most important part of all of this, which is the tridents. So this is your trident keeper, and now I'm even gonna put 2 tridents, just because I got a lot of tridents from my farm, and yeah, as you can see, the tridents get pushed around and they kill every single mob that just comes in there. Now I'm gonna turn this off because it's pretty loud, and I'm gonna go up there, close the farm, remove the torch, and this thing is pretty much all ready to go. Okay, then you remove the dirt block, you remove the torch, and you close this thing. And the way that you actually want to do this right now is that this is done. The farm is done. The farm is functional. But because you have water here, and I need to remove that thing actually. Because you have water here, I think that there's less chance of mobs to spawn. And the spawning of the witches, it's based on if mobs can spawn, but at the same time can't. What do I mean by that? It means that a mob could spawn here, but it can't because of a torch. But a mob cannot spawn underwater, so it doesn't even do the verification for that. So like I said, there's a water there and the thing's here, so you need to be careful because a mob cannot spawn in water. Yeah, but a mob could technically spawn here. And what does that mean? It means that because the torch is here, it cancels the spawn. But since the mob cannot spawn in the water, there's a lot of less spawnable spaces. But that would be good in a regular mob farm. But not with a witch farm. In the witch farm, it actually looks for the cancelled spawns, like by torches and something like that, to actually have chances for a witch to spawn. That's pretty much what I could find out in the internet. You know, I've been looking. This is actually my first witch farm that I've been doing, and I'm gonna go down there. I could not find a single cave, which is super strange because there's most likely caves around this. So I need to maybe hop in a creative world and just TNT all of this place to see if I can find anything. Because I could not find a single cave entrance. So yeah, that's pretty bad. I need this dirt. And I'm gonna AFK here for a while, and as soon as I get a witch, I'll show you. Okay, here we go. First witch, perfectly fine. Then all we need to do is have this thing going on, and she died. She instantly dies because she's 1 HP. So, and as you can see, drops. It's working fine. And you could stay like here to get the experience, and this thing is pretty loud. Okay. You can stay right here to get the experience. Oh, another one. Okay. Boom. Okay, they're popping. Okay, so I have been busy, and in my business, I did this. This is pretty much almost covered. You know, there's only this part missing here. And this is probably the size that you may want to go with. I'm not sure about that corner over there. Maybe I'll do the same, you know. But I'm exhausted and I ran out of dirt. I even gathered dirt like that thing right over there. Yeah, that place over there. I gathered some dirt from there, and now it's here. And yeah, there's still this big pile. This is like what, 5 stacks still. And I really don't have the mindset right now because I just did the entirety of this thing, and I've been repairing my tools right down there. So I do have quite a lot of resources from this, and this thing is now, each time I come and put more dirt, this thing pumps even faster. Let me just turn off this. Okay, much better. And this thing is pumping a lot of things. Look at this. This is full. And they just keep coming in. There's sometimes even 2 fall down at the same time. Oh, see? 3 right there. 4. Yeah, so for the amount of dirt I've been putting, this seems to be increasing like each time. So the more dirt I place down and continue to cover all the things around me, this thing keeps increasing on drops that it actually gets. And I actually repaired my items a few times and I've been gathering Wither pads so I can maybe use them in some things later. And I also been killing squid. So now I have this. So let's see how much this gets me in the dome. Probably not that much, you know, because there's still quite a lot of things to do in the dome. So take a look at the dome. I started to decorate it on the outside, but I still think that the walls are a little bit too white still. I mean, they could use like some extra things, but I'm not sure what. I could make like a double-sided wall, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, and then change these for some patterns and keep the white inside. You know, like I have a second wall on the inside that's completely white, so it doesn't mess with this one. And I have made these two entrances. I still need to make the one that's onto this side and the one on that other side. Yeah, I still need to make this one. And that one will be a special one actually. But let me get into the inside. So this is the inside right now. This is what I've done with it. Put it like some glass here so I can actually see like some connection systems of energy or something like that. I don't know. I'm just improvising and building sometimes. And yeah, here you can actually see the same thing. So it goes down, like powering everything. So this is like what, the nuclear reactor of my lab, you know, producing energy, which is iron. Even though I don't use a lot of iron, I could start using iron blocks to build, you know. I could start doing that. But yeah, so the mechanism is all covered in these walls. I covered these ones with some trapdoors, and it actually gives a little bit of extra color, which looks pretty cool. And right here, this entrance right here will be the entrance that will take me down to the underwater ravine. I mean, I'll have access from the lab itself, but I want to make an access here as well. But this is pretty much how it stands. And I'm most likely going to end up the episode here because this thing, plus the dirt placement and gathering for the witch farm, actually drained me out a lot, you know, because I mean, I've tested like what, 5 or different designs on the floor. I was never quite happy. I'm happy with this one now. And the thing, just placing dirt and keep looking on every single shulker box that I have for dirt, it really exhausts you. Go guess, right? Just placing like what? I placed like 4 shulker boxes of grass, probably something around that, or even more. I mean, I don't have dirt anywhere right now. I literally do not have a single piece of dirt on any of my chests because every single one of them was placed down on that farm. Now, let me actually show you something that I did. Since I've been flying to the witch farm a couple times, I actually mapped it. And it's just a little bit on there, you know, a little bit over the edge. I took an item frame from this and put it up there. Yeah, you can see this one. And now let me actually update this thing. Oh, it doesn't update immediately. Oh, I need to go there and update it. It's okay, you can see how it was when I did it. There's only like this strip. Now this thing is done. This thing is all done, and now there's only a little bit over there that's remaining. I can probably show you on the next episode like how it looks now. You know, not on this map, but how it looks on the present. But yeah, and this is the. Oh, I don't want to go down. Yeah, this is the iron farm from above, and I really like the design of this. Even though the water kind of fits, and this is not perfectly centered because of a mistake I did, and this thing should actually be one to the right. But I'm not gonna rebuild it. I'm not. I'm just not.
just gonna leave it as it is, and I still need to finish the roof and do some more things, so maybe you won't even be able to see this thing right here. So let's see how it looks, in the end. And for the next episode, I really want to finish the dome, I really want to finish the witch farm, and I really need to do a food farm. I don't know which food farm I'm going to do, but I need one because I'm always hunting for cows, pigs, and that's how I've been keeping up with my food. The witch farm is a good place to be to farm food because there's only animals spawning in the surface. And so I've just been killing them away, with a looting sword and getting a lot of steaks. But I really need a better way. And I also need to make a sugarcane farm so I can do a lot more rockets. Let me show you, because I have these things. I have a lot of gunpowder now, thanks to that farm, and I need a lot of paper so I can make a lot of rockets and I can just fly everywhere. So yeah, those are the points for the next episode, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and maybe you guys want to do a witch farm for yourselves. They're really good. This was my first attempt and I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.